You're probably thinking, another Talking Point episode about bubble tea? And wondering, why am I hiding? I'll tell you in a while. Have you seen advertisements that offer anything from food to cleaning services on your social media feed? And it's usually a pretty good deal. Now, what if I told you that those ads could be insidious in nature? Because they involve something called malware. Barely 6 months into the year, and more than 750 such malware scams were reported. That makes more than 100 cases every month. In this two-part special, I'm going to delve into a sophisticated scam that has robbed hundreds of people of at least 10 million Singapore dollars. In August, Junior Tan came across an advertisement on Facebook promising a variety of chicken flavors with no delivery fee. It seemed like a good deal, so she placed an order.
A few days later, the person WhatsApped me. The person asked me to put a deposit, which was fair.
Made sense.
So he gave me this link. I went to a website to place a deposit and it didn't go through. When it didn't go through, I sent him a screenshot and I told him, hey, this is taking quite long. And then he said, let me get back to you. So it wasn't even immediate. It really seemed like, it was a real business.
As if he was going to check and see what was wrong.
And then he messaged me, oh, I'm so sorry, miss, our website is down. And then he said, I need you to download an app. So I said, I got no storage, can I don't download your app? And he was so brilliant. He was like, oh, don't worry, this will only take, I don't know, like 8 bytes or something.
Whatever, he does.
And you can uninstall immediately after you show the order number to the delivery man.
Right.
Which sounded very reasonable.
Okay.
Right? I mean, and I felt, wow, customer service is very good. And so I downloaded the app. But when I tried to download the app, there was this pop-up message that warned me saying something like you're going to a different...
A third-party website.
Of which we normally do see on our websites and we go ahead still and it's fine.
In other words, download at your own risk.
That kind of disclaimer. So that was when the first small red flag came up. I was like, do I really want to do this? And then he sweetened the deal. It's not just 8 pieces of chicken. You have 2 large mashed potato and 2 small boxes of nuggets. I was like, wow, even more perfect now, right? It's not just chicken, but we have variety. We got side dishes. And I said, I can't download it. He said, never mind, let's have a short call. Let me guide you. And it was on speaker. So I was in the follow instruction mode. I installed his app. He said, now you go to your phone security settings. He asked me to click that.
What did he sound like?
He sounded like a regular Singaporean and he sounded patient. Yeah, so after I installed his app, I saw his app there, right? So call it a woman's intuition. I decided to check on one of my apps, right? And I clicked on just my Facebook app, but my Facebook app flickered off. We are still on speaker. So I told him, hey, something is wrong with my phone. I can't open another app. He brushed aside my concern. He said, oh, something wrong with your phone, huh? And I tried to uninstall his app. I click. I couldn't uninstall. I really panicked. I wasn't sure what was going on, but this didn't seem right. My palms were cold. I was, what's going on? I saw my DBS app flash open. I'm like, OMG. And then it hit me. He is remotely controlling my phone. And then I saw my UOB app flash open. And then I saw OTP request. In full panic mode. I ended my call with him. Immediately I called DBS, tell them block everything.
So all this time your phone was still on?
Yes, it was on, yet it was flickering. And by now it was hot. So I tried to off my phone. So I pressed these 2 buttons and normally there's a slide to off, right? And I couldn't because it was flickering. It's like now you see me, now you don't, right? I just kept swiping down. And then it actually worked. So when it was off, I dashed out of my home because the phone calls to the other banks were taking so long. I ran all the way to physically go to the bank and tell them, please stop it, right?
And at the end of it, was any money taken?
So good news. The first bank said, no. Second bank, no. Third bank, fourth bank, I was like, woo! Woohoo!
And all that from just wanting to, order some dinner.
Yes.
Wow.
And
Okay.
it shocked me because I'm educated, right? I'm always thinking maybe the older folks,
Yes.
those who have a lot of money. But I would never think someone young, smart like me, who would fall for a chicken ad. I mean, of all things, it wasn't a get-rich scheme.
Right.
What Junia had downloaded into her phone was an app that contained a malware. A malware is a software that is specially designed to gain unauthorized access to your operating system. And in this case, it tried to access Junia's bank accounts. Junia was lucky. She was quick to switch off her phone, so she didn't lose any money. Malware scams aren't as widely known yet, so I want to show Singaporeans how dangerous a malware can be. I am enlisting the help of these guys. They call themselves grey hats because unlike a black hat hacker, they don't hack with malicious intent. They're going to help me create a software that can simulate a malware attack.
Hi.
What happens when malware infiltrates my phone?
It typically has malicious functions that attackers implant in the malware that can eavesdrop or even extract some of the sensitive information that exists on your phone. The general ones would usually have functionalities that can extract your username and passwords as you type them.
Oh, and how does it do that?
There are some functions that can act like keyloggers that can monitor what you key in your keyboard and from there extract the data. Some malware also do take screenshots of your phone, so whatever you're doing on your phone, we can actually be able to see it as long as it's coded into the malware.
Everyone likes bubble tea, right? What happens if we offer free bubble tea and ask people to download the app?
We would be willing to do a lot of things for free bubble tea, and that would include scanning a QR code and downloading an application.
Okay.
With that in mind, our application is designed to act like a malware and actually exfiltrate your personal data. Scan the QR code. So over here, you just need to click download now.
Yep. File might be harmful, but hey, let's go for it.
Yeah. So you can open the file.
Chrome says for your security setting, your phone isn't allowed to install this app.
You would have to enable the permissions for the application to gain access to your phone. With the application access, the malware would be able to extract data.
Oh, what happened?
Oh, the malware has interfered with some of the communications. So you'll be able to see on the attacker's phone that the malware has connected to the server.
Oh, actually, I see everything. I see what is on the phone. If you open the banking app now, will I see that too?
Yep, you will see it.
Okay, oh.
So
Wow, it says DBS, and then the user ID just popped up here. A screenshot of it. And you just put in the PIN, right? My gosh, that's really scary. And I'm sure if I can see all this, the one-time PIN will pop in and I'll see it too, right?
Yep.
So I think we need to really get people to know more about this.
Yes, I think so too.
Yeah.
I think I have an idea. Maybe it's time to give away some bubble tea.
Yeah?
Yep, sure.
A malware can enter your phone if you click on links or download random apps. Just how flippant are we about downloading apps? Only one way to find out.
Hi, no free bubble tea.
I've enlisted students pretending they are testing their new app in return for a free cup of bubble tea.
So basically, you'll be testing our application. All you have to do is to scan the QR code to download our application and help us test it. It's actually for our school project. We're designing an app that can basically push out promotions. This actually redirects you to our website.
Right, so the download link is just right there. Okay, it should be good. Yeah, download the app.
Hello, hi. So you were about to download an app in return for free bubble tea.
Yes.
You have scanned the QR code?
Yeah, already done
Yeah.
so.
Okay, and you downloaded the app.
Oh yes, that's right.
Do you know what that app is for?
Free bubble.
Free bubble. Did you feel suspicious in any way?
No.
Okay, let me show you what would have happened if you had downloaded the app.
Almost everyone we approached was willing to download the app on their phone. So I showed them, using phones we had prepared, what would happen to them if this was a scam.
Now, everything you do on this phone is actually being captured on that phone. That's so cool. Dude, that's not cool. Let's try logging into this banking app. I put in my name. I put in a password. All that information, my user ID, my PIN number, John Lim 225656, even a screenshot.
Wow, that's scary.
A bit frightening, as if they are able to receive like my PIN number, I could like lose a lot of money.
Like everything, like right now we're using on our phone, so everything will be exposed.
Exactly. Did you suspect anything when you came to download this app?
Didn't suspect anything.
Third-party apps are like quite common nowadays. I wouldn't expect that it's like dangerous or anything like that.
Did you even think twice about downloading this app?
Not really. I just wanted to claim the free bubble tea, like you said.
You know, I'm really surprised that everyone who came by our booth was willing to download this unknown app in return for a free cup of bubble tea. I mean, they were all too eager to want to skip through the installation process, avoid the warning messages that were popping up. I guess you could say we're not too discerning, especially when it comes to promotions and free gifts. There's no free bubble tea today, but hopefully they've learned an important life lesson. I guess you could call it pearls of wisdom.
My bubble tea giveaway wasn't real, just like the social media advertisements you see. Earlier, I met Junior, who was almost scammed by this offer of cheap chicken.
A couple of days after Junior stopped the fraudulent transactions, the scammers contacted her again.
They didn't know she saw through their scam and wanted to ask her to proceed with her order.
Now, Junior has given me the phone number of the scammers, the one that they were using, and I've got an idea.
This is Shane Chow. He usually works with his team of cybersecurity experts to help clients stay away from malicious cyber attacks. But today, I'm getting them to do the opposite. We are going to bait the people behind the fried chicken malware scam. We're not going to compromise my phone, of course. So we got this burner Android phone. We chose an Android because to date, all the malware scams in Singapore involve Android phones.
I have my team at the back here to also support us.
Okay, let's say, hi there. I would like to order some fried chicken. Sending, failed to send. What does that mean?
So what probably has happened is that most scammers, when they start a scam site, for example, they would hit and run. Hit and run means that you'll probably launch it for about a month or two, and then after that, they'll take it down, or when somebody starts to complain about them.
Okay, so the number didn't get us anywhere. But Junior also gave me the app from the supposed fried chicken company.
Let's try that. Downloading the app right now. It says unsafe, but people may just continue to download it. Here we are. I want to buy the chicken. They asked me to download.
So you say sure.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Installation has been done. He says, again, security threat appears to be infected. Immediate uninstallation is advised.
My phone repeatedly warns that the app may be unsafe. But hey, if I really wanted that fried chicken deal, and it seems like a legit company, I'd probably go through with the installation.
Okay, so we've installed it. It looks like any other app that I would normally see.
Exactly. And the way they've designed it, it looks kind of friendly. It doesn't look threatening. So most people actually may fall prey to this.
But once we start navigating into the app,
Oh, it downloaded to this. What is
Download
this?
something else.
This is not fried chicken.
So what probably has happened, Steve, is that they maybe have been repurposing this app instead of fried chicken. Now they have converted this into Singapore's trusted home service. So it looks very legit. They have cleaning services per hour. It's only $5.
Wow, that's sweet. Pet grooming, 1 hour for only $5.
So it's an amazing price. Everything is $5 here.
Yeah.
Even durian and seafood for $5. Mooncake,
durian.
baby gift. So people who are looking for a good deal, you potentially click on those things.
So let's buy something. Let's book something. Let's see where it takes us. Okay, let's just try.
Let's
buy
try
some fruits. So this is a fake profile that we set up, right? All the fake details.
Exactly.
Try online banking. Choose a bank you want to.
DBS.
Yeah,
DBS. Let's try DBS.
$5, order number, transaction time. So just log in to pay, right? That's what you would think.
So the distraction is here. The scam is here. Okay, let's try to put in some information.
Put James.
Okay. Let's put the number.
Password.
All right. And I check out.
This is loading. It may take up to 1 minute. This is a bit nerve-wracking. I mean, imagine if you really think it's legit. It still looks so genuine.
So what's happening is that the scammer probably have access to your username and password right now. So wherever he's at, he's probably keying into the DBS bank website. So if you have 2FA on, he may send you a 2FA number as SMS pin to your phone, and he has access to your phone. So now you have given him the user ID and password, and then when he keys in on his side, on your bank account, and then you will give him access because he's got the SMS pin coming in.
That's right.
And from there, start to transfer the money out of the account. So this will just keep spinning. Probably it's just a distraction. And you will not know. You think that something is wrong, you turn it off. You go about your day doing your stuff.
Right.
even if an alert was pushed to you notifying a transaction to your account, the scammer can circumvent this by initiating a factory reset on your device, without your knowledge or the bank's. We've been using an Android phone, and I'm curious to see if an iPhone is just as vulnerable to a malware attack.
Okay, it doesn't work. All right, iPhone does not allow you to download.
Is it just because this app is designed for an Android phone?
You're correct. The key thing is that scammers are always trying to go after the weakest link, and right now Android is probably more popular. It's used by quite a lot of people. Therefore, it may be an easier target, while on an iOS, maybe it's a bit difficult.
Okay. Wow, so we started out looking for chicken, we ended up with something entirely different.
Exactly.
I did not manage to communicate with the scammers, but I did end up finding out not one, but several businesses that could potentially be linked to the scammer or group of scammers. All that just from downloading that one malicious app.
I also learned that Android phones may be more at risk. So what's being done to protect users of such phones? In August, authorities warned about the increasing prevalence of malware scams affecting Android phones. What puts an Android phone more at risk to scammers? I'm heading to a place which has oversight on all cybersecurity issues in Singapore.
Why are Android phones more susceptible to malware scams?
It's the problem of Android fragmentation.
Right.
What these manufacturers have in common is that they all depend on Google to develop the base Android operating system as well as the subsequent updates.
Okay.
These Android phone manufacturers would then need to adapt this Android base OS to their existing lineup of mobile phones. This is a resource-intensive and time-consuming process. And invariably, as you can expect, some of their older models may not get timely updates as they're more recent operating systems. And this really renders them a little more susceptible, right, to hacking as well as like malicious apps.
And how would that compare to iOS?
The key difference here between iOS and Android is, of course, Android allows side loading. It allows for apps to be uploaded and installed from third-party sources outside of the official App Store. This is in contrast to Apple's ecosystem, which is a closed one, and that you can only strictly ever download apps from the official Apple Store. But over the past few years, there were several well-known instances of like malicious apps having slipped into the Apple official App Store itself, just like they do in the Google Play Store.
For now, the majority of scammers are targeting Android operating devices by creating malicious APK or Android package kit files which can't be downloaded on the iPhone. But that doesn't mean that malware can't enter other operating systems. Meanwhile, if I lose my money through malware-infected apps, can I get it back?
Customers, they will have to bear the losses.
I Boon Ong has seen the financial sector evolve from physical to digital banking.
So for those who unfortunately do fall prey to malware scams, how often will they get their money back from the banks?
Well, there's so much publicity, so much education that's been issued by banks, by the authorities, that if a customer have downloaded unofficial apps and they have incurred losses, they may not get their funds back from the banks.
Can banks do anything to prevent large amounts of money from being transferred?
Take the advice of cybersecurity experts and actually have two devices, two mobile phones. One dedicated only for banking activities and another one to do your social transactions, your social engagement, so that you can download any app. And if there's a malware in your other phone, it will not have access to your banking data on the other device.
Have malware scams become so sophisticated that we need to consider having two phones? I'm sure we can do better than that. For a start, let's pay attention to these warning signs that pop up telling us certain apps are dangerous or infected. They are there for a reason. But above all, let's stop downloading apps that are outside of the official stores.
Next week, a breakthrough in my investigation. I'm getting closer to uncovering who may be behind these malware scams. And it brings me to Vietnam.
Who are these hackers?
Mostly the young people here good at very tech savvy.
How easy is it to create a malware app?
I can show you.